Hello, evil souls. We are back with eFootball 2025, and I'm gonna finish with the third video that was meant to be a little explanation on the TSUBASA special cards that they gave last Thursday or Wednesday, depending on your perception. I'm gonna talk about the good ones. So let's go straight to contracts. And oh yeah, today we have Courtois. Fuck, man. That's that's a very nice goalkeeper. So we have our TSUBASA cards. I told you in the last video that the best thing for me about these cards is that you can obtain lots of Milano players, and that's good because there is many special events like championship qualifiers and stuff like that for Italian teams, or even straight Milano or Barcelona, or sometimes Bayern, or the partner teams. But it happened to me like 2-3 times in a row. Like it was Milano. So I think it's a very good idea to play Italian events with Milan, or of course, or you're gonna be forced to play with Milan during special events and championships. And yeah, so if you enter with GP players, you're just gonna be weaker. It's gonna be tougher for you, and that's not a good idea. So the first thing I want to say is, unless you don't have the 100 games as captain or something like that, Kimmich, or if you don't have some Kimmich player of the week or stuff like that, well, then maybe you can get this card. Is quite good. It's actually very good, but levels are too low. And yeah, in my case, I have a very high jumping Kimmich, which is much better than this one. But this card is not bad if you don't have already a very good Kimmich. But almost everybody has Kimmich, so I'm not gonna talk about that one. This goalie is just bad, so I don't recommend getting this one unless you are collecting the cards. I don't like these cards. I like these cards, but we only have 3 of them. Those I'm going to keep. Even if I have a duplicate player, like 2 times Messi or 2 times Kubo, doesn't matter, because these cards are very special. These are actually collectibles. It's very good. But these cards, it's like the blue lock cards. But of course, these cards have no booster. So the blue lock cards, I sold them because I didn't like them. I didn't want to collect them, and you have to use them together to get the booster. So fuck that. Didn't like that. So Pulisic. I'm not going to talk about Pulisic because I already talked about the special Pulisic card that was signed by Pulisic, the one that he says he will be good as goalkeeper. And I made a video for that, explaining that thanks to that, Konami broke Pulisic and gave us a forward with lots of speed, but also 95, 98 jumping. Something completely crazy, and super substitute. So I hope you didn't sell that card. That one is much better than this one in my opinion. So as a collectible, okay, but as Pulisic, the one from Christmas 2024 was better, and the one that's also a goalkeeper, it's much better. And so yeah, I don't recommend getting this one. As of now, we are able to get 1, 2, 3, 5 cards. From those 5, I think getting all the French players is a good idea, because I recommend playing national events with France. I already talked about that. It's because we keep getting lots of French players like Mbappé or Moani or Theo Hernandez and Griezmann. Okay, so it's easier not to enter the event with GP players, because there is a lot of French players around. So in here you have a goalkeeper, a defender, a left wing defender, and this guy is English. Okay, so you have 2 players. But then of course, if you don't have Pulisic and you care for playing events with Milano, then by all means get also Pulisic and Tomori. Of course, I got also Tomori because he's not French, but he plays in Milan. So yeah. Well, this card and this other card, those are old cards. They came before in the other campaign, in the first campaign, TSUBASA campaign. And Upamecano is not bad. Levels are kind of okay, but he's I'm gonna change the language. Shoot, I forgot about that. Sometimes happens. So he's inconsistent. I can't remember the word they use in English to describe like weak players. I can't remember if he has that problem. Yeah, inconsistent. Yeah, he's inconsistent. It was the right word. So he's inconsistent. I hate inconsistent players. I think nobody should play with inconsistent players because they tend to be tired before the game and then you can't use them. Yeah, so numbers are not bad, and abilities are weighted pass, low level pass, blocker, sliding top, spirit. Yeah, abilities are very good. It's lacking what? Aerial superiority. Okay, so abilities are super good. If you don't have defenders, well, maybe collecting, of course, tutto bene. It's all right, but yeah, I don't like this card. Until the moment Upamecano is what is the word? No, not standard. Not standard. Unwavering. Well, until the moment this fucker is standard or unwavering, I'm not gonna keep any Upamecano cards. And Suarez is just a piece of shit. Fermin is a very good card. I talked about Fermin during the Players of the Week video. So yeah, if you wanna have a full review on this card, watch the Players of the Week video. And now we're gonna concentrate on these 4 cards. These are the the 4 cards I recommend using. So it's Meñan, Theo Hernandez, Fikayo Tomori, and Rafinha. Let's go to the team because I have somebody's inviting me to play, but not now, dude. I'm making a video. Can't cut this shit. If I cut this shit, I'm gonna have to edit the thing. Oh man. What is it? Team, yes. Okay, let's go to the. Oh, maybe here is okay, huh? Yeah, okay. It's gonna be okay in here. Do we have any of these guys here? We have Meñan and Tomori. We need Theo and Rafinha. We have Rafinha here and okay, stay there. And Theo, there you are. Okay, so the first card is gonna be Theo. In the case of Theo Hernandez, I think this Theo Hernandez is better than the one from France, the one with the blue France t-shirt, because numbers are just a little better in my opinion, but also abilities are better. Non-dominant leg precision low is the same with the other card. I can't believe, I mean, it's almost impossible to see a card with low non-dominant leg precision. It's just baffling. I will never keep a guy with low non-dominant leg precision in my team, but this guy is French and is Milan, so yeah, he's evil. So his abilities are just better. Can't remember what was it that the other card didn't have, but through passing. I think it was through passing and maybe long range shooting. But this one has, I mean, I hate Hernandez, truly. But knuckle shot, dipping shot, rising shot, they are okay. Scissor feint and chop turn, I hate those. But then long range shooting, through passing, pinpoint crossing, and fighting spirit are very good. If you have the 4 basic defending abilities, he's gonna be okay for events, but just okay. Like you have to add man marking, interception, blocking, and I will add outside curler and, well, I don't know, then it's kind of difficult. Maybe low lofted pass or aerial superiority. I don't really like aerial superiority on this guy. He's kind of short and he doesn't have that much jumping, you know. Probably low lofted pass or weighted pass. I like to have a very good passing skills with fullbacks. Yeah. Okay, so this is the training for Theo Hernandez. I think this is the best you can do. Having less stamina is not good for a fullback. Less than 92, 95, it's just not useful for me. Having between 72 and 80 or 85 in defense is fine. It would be better to have 80 ball control, but you know, it's okay. The low pass, 80 low pass is okay also. And I don't care about finishing. So physical contact 85 and balance 70. He has very good numbers. So yeah, it's a kind of all-around player when it comes to stats. Right, so let's check the training. I'm gonna show you this, put pause on the video, just pause the video and check it at your own pace because it's not very entertaining to watch this shit. I really don't think you should give this guy other type of training because, I don't know, if you break that very fragile balance or you go below 85 physical contact or 80 jumping, it's gonna be too weak as a defender, and he should be a defender. I don't care about this guy going to the front. Okay, so that's Theo Hernandez training. Rafinha. There is no point in showing Rafinha here. Let's go to Tomori. I really like this guy. What is it that I did to this guy? Okay, so here is the deal. Of course, nobody is gonna be aiming for a defender with less than 90 in defensive awareness and defensive engagement. But I think having defenders with low stamina is worse than being below defensive awareness 90. If the defender drops too low in stamina during the game, numbers are going to drop like drastically. It's gonna be like very noticeable. So at least the guy should have 80 stamina, and I gave him a little bit more because numbers were nice. 84 speed is pretty nice, pretty decent. Physical contact 88 for an event defender. This guy is completely event material. This guy is not for competitive gameplay, but he has good low passing and superb jumping. I really like that. It's a shame this guy cannot play as a defending midfielder. He could have been interesting as a defending midfielder with a little bit more of ball control. But at least he has 90 in tackling, which is the most important value, in my opinion, when it comes to defense. Defensive awareness, defensive engagement is more about positioning. So a guy with very low values there is gonna be like stupid while moving by itself, you know, with the computer, with the AI. But you know, whatever. I think acceleration is okay, and the rest of the values are not that important. The problem with this guy is that you have to give him a bunch of abilities, and he has 6. He needs aerial superiority and blocking, and those 2 abilities are super important. So yeah, he's lacking 2 very, very, very important abilities. And yeah, I think because he's a Milan player and an Italian league player, of course, at some point I'm gonna give him those 2 abilities, but it's gonna take time because whatever happens, so aerial superiority and blocking are 2 very important abilities, and I'm not gonna waste them in this piece of shit. But you know, I'm just saying you shouldn't play a character that doesn't have blocking in your center back. You cannot have a center back without blocking. That's crazy. And aerial superiority is not that terrible, but blocking, dude. Okay, so the training for this guy is this one. I wasn't being crazy, yeah? I just wasted these 2 points, but then it's just lower body strength and aerial strength. He is wasting a lot of points in aerial strength, but again, a center back with less than 85 physical contact, nah, that's it's not going to work. So you waste too many points in this particular stat, and because of that I have to eat points from defense. If you invert this, you will have the defense, but the guy is gonna be too weak. Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. And removing points from here, yeah, probably this will be the optimal choice, something like 5 points there, something like that, maybe, but stamina will be a disaster. So yeah, I don't recommend that. I think this is the best you can get from this guy. And the training is this one, very simple training. So it's 8, 10, 8, 1, 0, 1. That's Tomori. Now let's go to Meian. Meian, in my opinion, is not a very good goalkeeper. Especially this card is very weak. I think this card and Neuer, the one with Wakabayashi Genso in the back, are very weak cards. But in this case, it's a Milano player. So again, same thing. If I'm going to play an event, I prefer a Menyan trained by me. 85, 84, 85 is not disgusting. It's just not good. 92, 92 is excellent. So, and jumping 84, he's kind of okay. He's kind of okay, but not very competitive. He's not competitive, and he doesn't have a low punt. So you need to give him the low punt, and it's gonna take forever because I need to give skills to almost every goalkeeper I have. So yeah, Mian is the last in the passing of abilities list. So he's high, good. The points for this training. Oh, this was very easy, huh? Aerial strength, 1 point. And then 8, 11, 8. Okay. That's the training. Of course, you can play with these numbers a little bit. Maybe you want to have 89 and 89, like here and here, and you prefer to give more points to this area. I don't recommend it. I think this is the best training you can have for me. And yeah, so that was very simple. Not a lot of things to say about this guy. So that's that. And now, first I'm gonna return Salah to his position. Let's go to my Spanish team because I'm actually using Rafinha as a main player on my Spanish event team. So he's right here. The other Spanish player I had for this position was Cubo, and I don't really like Cubo. Plus, he is a creative organizer or something like that, and this is a prolific winger. Prolific wingers, I like them a lot. So, the card is, in my opinion, is not for competitive gameplay. Of course not, because he has no tight possession, and finishing is not great, passing is quite bad. But having said that, it's a very interesting card, quite strong, for a completely free card that can play the right wing in a Spanish event team. So keep that in mind. I mean, after a year and a half of gameplay, I didn't have more than 2 or 3 options for that position, and that says a lot, because I have quite a bunch of players, but sometimes happens. I had, like, okay, of course I have Messi, but Messi is in my main team, and I don't like to use main players in events, because then you keep using always the same players and becomes boring. In this way you use new players, new stuff. It's a different feeling between, the move, the way a player moves and the way another player moves. It's very interesting and entertaining, scoring with different dudes, not doing always the same. Yeah, so I have Messi, but I didn't have very good players besides Messi for that position. So, abilities on this guy: he's unwavering and high, very good, very good. And he has double touch and acrobatic finishing, heel trick, pinpoint crossing, outside curler. Those 3 are amazing. And cut behind and turn. He has 5 good, very good abilities. Acrobatic finishing maybe 6. And I think you should give this guy first touch or one touch pass, through passing, fighting spirit. He has heel trick. Outside curler, long range curler, and I don't know, some other passing, like weighted pass, low lofted pass, or soul control. Yeah, those will be the most important abilities. I think are one touch pass, through passing, and fighting spirit. Yeah, Rafinha need those. And the training for Rafinha. This is a Rafinha made for me. I need that physical contact 70, but I'm gonna give you the numbers for this training, which is I think it's a training more adjusted to the 2025 gameplay. These are numbers. A lot of numbers everywhere. These two points are completely wacky. That's just because I go crazy with numbers, so this allows me to have an easier time. I hate watching certain numbers. Okay, so pause the video if you want, if you need, and watch it at your own pace. Now, that's the training. Now, like a normal training for Rafinha, something that a guy aiming to dribble will do, is something like this. You remove this point, that's trash. You remove all the physical contact, which is almost pointless if you're gonna try and dribble without being touched. And you go like something like this. There. And there probably something like that. I think that's the way. Oh my god, come on. So you see, in that way he gets to 90 dribbling and 99 acceleration with 90 balance. Yeah, this is the real training. I think this is what you should do. Let's make it a little bit better. So you could go like this. Yeah, some more passing. Yeah, you could give those points to physical contact, but I think 62 or 64 is the same. Now, lofted pass 79 is not that bad. But this guy is a very good dribbler. With this guy, you're gonna be able to play a more experienced kind of gameplay. Not so many passes and bypasses, you know, trying to bypass the interceptions with tricky, gimmicky crossings and cancels. Yeah. So for a free player, I think this one is very good. I'm not gonna be giving him any abilities, but if I don't know, if suddenly Konami gives us free abilities, I will keep this guy and I will give him abilities and I will use him in the Spanish event. Either way, I'm going to use him in the Spanish event because I don't have any other player for this position. Okay, so this could be the final numbers if I didn't desire physical contact. I'm just going to go back to the points one more time so you can pause the video and check them later. It's just that it's short. So those are the points, and now I'm going to go back to the original form. Okay, there was one stupid point there. We don't need that. And this was like this. And this thing was like this. 8 points here and the rest here. Oh, and the crazy points. Yes. The crazy points. Yeah, okay, so this is the original form. This is my Rafinha, the way I like him. And okay, so this is the last part of the video. I explained the 4 good TSUBASA players that I think you should get, and I talked a little bit about the other ones just in case. If you have opinions, you want to say something, you have recommendations, whatever is it that you want to say, send those words to the message section. And yeah, that's it. I see you next time.